Revelio. Revelio.
I asked him.
I think transfiguration is the hardest.
Revelio. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Revelio.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine, Willardsey, charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies. Well, well. Look what we have here.
Revelio.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Hogsmeade, here I come.
If it thinks it's got
Oh,
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
Revelio.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, They each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day. They don't scare you.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't tolerate them going after my friends. Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with. They should, however, be confronted and reminded, whenever possible, that the rest of us have each other's backs.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lord Gok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
We don't need a house elf to do it.
I met a girl once. Looked like an inferior.
Revelio.
Thief in their trap, this too.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
My first employment was at Humduke's.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lord Gok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Revelio.
If I thought I could come in.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a Dark Witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
I'm ready. What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtkot. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please.
Revelio.
It's sealed. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Moths. Curious. Lumos. Revelio. Merlin's beard. Revelio. Lumos. This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. I have a feeling I'm not alone here. Expelliarmus! Confringo! These inferi are horrible! Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Capulso! Revelio! Capulso! Revelio! Lumos. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated. Lumos.
Levioso. Revelio.
Lumos. This has a moth imprinted on it. Same as the door.
Accio. Levioso. Depulso.
Lumos.
Revelio.
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. It's sealed shut from the other side.
Depulso. Revelio.
Lumos.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos. Down I go. No other way.
Oh! Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Depulso. Confringo. Depulso. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Depulso. Protego. Confringo. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Revelio. Lumos. Depulso. This looks even more complex. Depulso. Lumos. Accio. Depulso. Lumos. Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it. Depulso. Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Glacius. Depulso. Lumos.
I need to bring moths to the door. Lumos. Revelio. Debolso. Revelio. Revelio. Depulso. Lumos. Depulso. Revelio. Glacius. Debolso. Glacius. Depulso. Glacius. Lumos. Accio. Depulso. Lumos. Revelio. Debolso.
Ну вот какие-то вот такие вот загадки.
Lumos.
Пока очки не оденешь, не поймешь, что надо сделать.
Depulso. Repulsor! Lumos. Repulsor. Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said
Ну
the
да,
helmet
ну
was in
да.
her sarcophagus.
Пока
Revelio.
просто. Было бы жестко, если б без третьей бабочки то было.
A dead Ashwinder.
Persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
Revelio. Better show this to Lodgok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway. Lodgok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
There they are. The Ashwinders. Capulso!
You will pay for your deed.
Glacius!
Who knew you were still hanging about?
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Capulso!
It isn't Nora Treadwell's precious little guardian. Just how many wizards have you?
Thought you could hide from me, did ya? Expulso!
Careful now.
Confringo! Expulsion! Expelliarmus!
Clever!
Cabalset! Flash! Expulsion! Confringo!
I quit now.
Expelliarmus!
Still alive.
Repulso! Glacius! What are your thoughts on electric expulsion? Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Repulso!
Hardly felt it. Expulso!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulso!
Expulso!
Confringo! Revelio! Revelio.
Perhaps I'll scout around Spellcroft for something to poke.
Protego! Revelio. That's it.
This is for Rookwood! Oh, watch the light go out of your eye.
Capulso! Glacius! Confringo! Depulso! Protego! Come on! Too afraid to fight back? Glacius! Capulso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio!
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
knowledgeable.
Revelio.
I hope those assignments...
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Descender!
Excellent. I think you have it.
Descender!
At some point, also stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Glad you came.
Revelio. Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband, Aidan, was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Revelio. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Revelio. Seems a pleasant enough little place. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk clumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio.
Thank you.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Thank you for all that you've done for us. What are you looking for exactly? You've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you. Thank you for passing through. Oh, my sincerest gratitude, you brave soul.
Perhaps I shall scout around Fellcroft.
Descendo. Depulso. Potato.
Too hard.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Descendo. Depulso. Revelio.
The hall clumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around. See about the hall clumps and the box of letters. That's all the hall clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio. Either I'll have to fight the troll, or avoid it altogether. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Confringo! Depulso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Depulso! Confringo! Protego! Descendo! Depulso! Descendo! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Descendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Depulso! Confringo! Confringo! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Lumos! Accio! Lumos! Depulso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Defender! Confringo! One less foul hulking version. Revelio!
Revelio. Revelio. This must be Sirona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Hope you're not here for a knot grasp. Not entirely sure I have them in stock.
Well, what say we show you some of what's available?
Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Revelio.
Arrow has saved me more broken glass.
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Glad to live in Hogsmeade, not one of those provincial hamlets. That rivalry.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot. insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close?
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
Perfect. Target practice. I'd rob my own father if there were galleons in it. Not the last.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
Someone there?
Descendo! Confringo!
Hello?
Pity! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Leviosa! Confringo! Descendo!
Oh, that was meant for me.
Descendo! Protego!
You can't stop us. The pulse spells glance off of me.
Leviosa! Accio! Lumos! Leviosa! Lumos! Accio! Leviosa! Capulso! Descendo! Now to find out what happened here. Revelio! Depulso! Revelio! Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. I should investigate. Revelio. Descendo! Confringo! Descendo! Depulso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Descendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Depulso! Revelio. Revelio. A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Revelio. Confringo. This looks intriguing. Revelio. What do you have in store for me this time? Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Let's get this over with, shall we? I have things to do.
I saw hoof prints in the forest the other day that I swear belonged to a unicorn. Think of how much we could get for that.
A crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here. And the crumbling tower. The spot on the map should be directly south of here.
How long for a bacon and mushroom stew?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented...
What do we have here? Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Could it be a Merlin trial? Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. Confringo! these rocks have seen better days. That's that. Settled. Revelio. 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 Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Revelio.
Why am I always on patrol? What's that? Who's there?
Revelio. This place has seen better days. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
You haven't had much stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
I've been fighting
Descendo.
before you were born.
Protego!
You'll be leaving in a shroud.
Lumos! Levioso! Confringo! Revelio!
Someone there?
If only I could get my hands on big.
I may have more luck higher up in the queue. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Descendo!
Right, ought to be worried about you.
Depulso!
Protego, pay for that!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio! A ladder. That's what I need. Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
I'll find ya. Let's get it.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Depulso. Revelio. Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. Revelio. This is the spot on the map. Best have my wits about me. Expelliarmus.
Who's there?
Depulso. Descendo. Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Confringo. Revelio. What will we find in here? Revelio. Confringo.
What was that?
Confringo. Protego.
You won't get away with that.
Confringo.
Your death.
Expelliarmus. Descendo. Depulso. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Too late. Revelio. Aloha Mora.
You ought to come back on footing. Took you for a stroll the other day.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Revelio. 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 Accio. Revelio.
No, I mean it. I don't think
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Confringo. Descendo.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? That student defeated our lieutenant.
Expelliarmus. Descendo.
I won't rest.
Depulso. Confringo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Descendo. Confringo. Protego. Depulso. Descendo. You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio. A boiler door. How to open it? Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Descendo. Dead. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. I wonder if his uncle could be down there.
Oh, that was meant for me.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I will make you.
Depulso. Revelio. Confringo. Descendo.
I won't hit him. Truly.
Depulso. Confringo.
Well played.
Confringo. Confringo.
Is that it? Get accustomed to that. I won't rest.
Descendo. Expelliarmus.
How nice of you.
Depulso. Confringo. Descendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Depulso. Confringo. Levioso. Accio.
Prepare to send away. Kill spells glow.
Confringo. Descendo.
Pity. Not quite.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo. Depulso. Levioso. Confringo. Depulso. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. Confringo.
Somebody there? Hello? An intruder!
Expelliarmus. Descendo. Protego.
Won't get away with that.
Expelliarmus. Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Revelio. Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ramrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizard kind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him. Revelio! Revelio.
Better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student. Glad I was never locked up here.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be enjoy.
Confringo! Descendo! Revelio! Revelio!
Cut that. Surely you can see that.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I shall avenge your death. This will not go well for you.
Depulse! Descendo! I don't like the looks of that encampment. Depulso! Ranrock has fooled you all, to your demise. Revelio! Depulso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Descendo! Confringo! Accio! Defendo! Glacius! Confringo! Arresto Momentum! Descendo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Confringo! Defendo! Glacius! Arresto Momentum! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Confringo! Glacius! Potova! Arresto Momentum! This looks like... Confringo! Defendo! That was a close one. Revelio! Revelio. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiai, and this is my shop. Is there anything I can help you with?
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? A pleasure doing business with you. Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Revelio. Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch.
And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
Revelio.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring. Revelio.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only a wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
Protego!
Confringo!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Descendo!
I didn't touch your helm. But thank you for making me the first object of your suspicion.
What was that?
Someone's here.
Defender!
I won't.
Arresto momentum.
I'll get you. Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get this over with.
Confringo! Arresto momentum. Defender! Protego! Glaciers!
I will make it.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Descendo!
I will. You've made your last mistake. You fight about as well as a pumpkin.
Bring Descendo!
Over here.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Confringo! Descendo! Repulsor! Protego! Confringo!
Better. Too slow.
Repulsor! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Confringo!
Dead.
No! Leviosa!
Hurt me!
Lumos. Arresto momentum.
One less human to worry about.
Arresto momentum. Defendo. Protego. Arresto. Lumos.
I won't rest till your little moon calf far from home, eh?
Arrest them! Glacius! Confringo! Confringo!
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Reparo. Revelio. Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Confringo! Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived
Revelio.
here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library. I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Revelio.
Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Confringo! Tells me they're after something bigger.
Revelio. A journal entry of Isadora's. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Confringo! Revelio. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I have a rare ability to see whispers of ancient magic.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. I knew you weren't telling me everything. Ancient magic. What does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but the Keepers have said that it's a powerful magic that should only be wielded by a select few.
And you can wield it?
I don't know, but Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Revelio.